GariTalks. I have been reflecting on some things and I feel excellent about sharing them. So last night, this morning, like 3 a.m., I saw a post that really resonated. It was talking about how in healing, we're not healing the things that have happened to us, right? Because you can't change the past. That's what forgiveness is. Accepting that the past cannot change. Letting go of the hope of a better past. Because what has happened has happened. Boom. Healing is actually around addressing, transforming, right? The beliefs, thoughts, and patterns that we have internalized as a result of what happened to us. Okay? So, example. This is just from my real life, right? When I was little, the first time I went back to Taiwan with my mom is Taiwanese, my dad is Haitian. I could not call my mom. I called her Ayi, which means auntie in Mandarin. And it wasn't until we got back, and I was like probably this is definitely before the age of 7. I'd say I was like 5, maybe. So I don't remember that, but I do remember my mom telling me this one. And I do have this memory of like holding my mom's hand in the airport, looking up at her. So it could be that same time. I remember, so she told me from her side of the memory. When we got back, I was like, can I call you mom now, Ai? Or like, essentially like, is the ruse over? And she broke down and cried, right? 2 lessons that I learned in that. As a child, I'm saying, if I go back to little me standing there with my mom and the whole experience, I learned 2 lessons. I learned to sacrifice my truth, right? Because my mom had a child with a black man, Haitian man. It is what it is. However, not standing in that and being like, oh, letting somebody else's discomfort be like, whatever my grandpa might have said, he used to beat them OD, right? So whatever he could have said to her, or just the fear itself, suppressing your truth. The truth is, it's here. The black kid is here. But suppressing the truth to make other people comfortable. That's the first thing I learned. And then second thing learned that I can also do that too. I also suppressed my truth. I lied about the truth to make somebody else comfortable. So I was like, oh shit, that's also another generational curse of lying, pretending things that are really fucked up are not that fucked up because you can understand it. And I think that's why a lot of people praise me on my YouTube channel, thank you, for my ability to think instead of feel. I feel a lot. I also feel sometimes, and I think that is not great because it disconnects you from your body. Because I can think through a thing, I can understand why my mom did that, I can understand how my dad did the things he did, I can understand my grandpa, I can understand even me back then making the choices that I made. I understand, I get that. But how do I feel about that? So the past couple of videos has been me sobbing because I was feeling, oh shit, my disowning. I was disowning myself and justifying it and then letting somebody else justify that to me and being like, oh, you're right. Like, I can follow the thread. So you're right. That's why you disrespected me. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. No. No. I think that's what plays a huge... I think there's obviously good and bad to this, right? I think the fact that I'm willing to understand other people, that's a big part of why I believe I don't want to be a part of the hurt people paradigm. I want to understand that healers heal, or heal people, right? And also, so that's a good part of it, right? Being able to analyze and look and be like, I see you. I see why this is. I see how you got here. It makes me understanding. And also being too understanding at the sacrifice of myself has led me to be in a lot of situations that got me fucked up. And it's like really powerful to stand in this moment now of my truth and being like, no, I'm not sacrificing my truth. I'm going to say what it is and what it do. And I'm not going to be ashamed of it. And if it makes me uncomfortable, it makes me uncomfortable. Like, it is what it is, right? It's like, I think there's this like ruse as well of trying to keep people around you that don't need to be around you, right? For instance, if you have a black kid and your father's not with it, maybe your father needs to change. Or maybe you probably shouldn't have that closer relationship with him. Because it's on him to decide to change, right? He can decide to accept or not accept. He can decide to embrace his black grandkid or not. He can decide to learn about blackness or not. Same thing with my mom. She could decide to learn about blackness or not. But instead, she's made it clear her choices, and I still be going over there, understanding those are the choices, and then being like, I have to interact with you in a different way, but not necessarily being honest about like me being discontented about that. I don't think I've ever said out loud to my mom, like, I do not enjoy the fact that we do not speak about blackness, because I have all these stories about how she would not receive it well. So then I keep holding on to my truth quietly. Like, oh, you gave me all these examples in the past about how you don't actually be, holding that. So let me just further enacting my silence and my discontent in a relationship that doesn't please me or that doesn't fulfill me, where I don't feel seen. So that was really cool to come to realize. And I guess I got some things to talk about with my mama. Have a wonderful day, y'all.